flowers and all. Yeah, good one. William?
I did.
Wait.
Very gracious. I did. Ja, hallo. Shivaya.
Welcome and good afternoon to respected elders and family and friends. We are going to now chant the God's name, as we call it as Namah Shivaya. While we chanting the God's name, we kindly request all of you to come and pay your tribute, the floral tribute, and then you can sympathize to the family and go and take your seat. Then we will start our formal program. Also, I'm looking for Father Nish. If you are around, please come forward, Father Nish. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Give one for the Father. Shivaya, Om Namah 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 Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya, Om Namah 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 Shivaya, Shivaya Namaha Om, Shivaya Namaha Om, Shivaya Namaha Om, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya Namaha Om, Shivaya Namaha Om, Shivaya Namaha Om, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Vanakkam, Prem Namaskar, good afternoon, my respected colleague, Father Nish, family and friends. We are gathered here to invoke the blessings of God Almighty to bless the noble soul of Estelle to rest in eternal peace. For this, we would like to start the formal program, and we would like to begin with the invocation prayer. And the invocation that I have chosen today is one of the invocations that, liked by the family, late Uncle Sunny, Auntie Tanga, and so on. And when I used to do this prayer, Uncle Sunny get overjoyed because they love and respect all the faith of the world. They are unique family, unique people. Today that we are here to celebrate the life of Estelle in that same unique way, let us all stand together and join in this invocation prayer. ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुर्पदं मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा मोक्षमूलं शिवानन्दये कृपा मोक्षमूलं सत्यसाई कृपा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश रक्ष मां जय सरस्वती पाहि मां श्री सरस्वती रक्ष मां जय श्री दुर्गा पाहि मां जय श्री दुर्गा रक्ष मां जय श्री काली पाहि मां जय श्री काली रक्ष मां जय श्री लक्ष्मी पाहि मां जय श्री लक्ष्मी रक्ष मां सरवण भव पाहि मां सुब्रह्मण्य रक्ष मां दत्तात्रेय पाहि मां दत्त गुरु रक्ष मां शिवानंद पाहि मां शिवानंद रक्ष मां वेंकटेश पाहि मां वेंकटेश रक्ष मां जय गुरु शिव गुरु हरि गुरु राम जगत गुरु परम गुरु सद्गुरु श्याम ओम आदि गुरु अद्वैत गुरु आनंद गुरु ओम चित गुरु चिंगान गुरु चिन्मय गुरु ओम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय हनुमान हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे शिवानंद सद्गुरुनाथ शिवानंद जय अडोनाय श्री अडोनाय जय अडोनाय श्री अडोनाय ओ माय जीसस ओ लॉर्ड जीसस Hail, hail, Jesus, O Savior, Savior. O my Mary, O Virgin Mary. Hail, hail, Mary, O Mother, Mother. O my Buddha, O Lord Buddha. Hail, hail, Buddha, O Father, Father. O my Allah, O Lord Allah. Hail, hail, Allah, O Khuda, Khuda. O my Shakti, O Adi Shakti. Hail, hail, Shakti, O Mother, Mother. Shivananda, Shivananda. Sadguru Nada, Shivananda. O my Mary, O Virgin Mary. Hail, hail, Mary, O Mother, Mother. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and adorations unto Thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Thou art the Satchidananda. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to console the mind. Grant us from bondage to the freedom. Lead us from darkness into light. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Kindly be seated. The very first sacred song for this memorial service is from Thevaram by Saint Manikavasaka Swamigal, Valvavadu Mayam and Mannavadu Thinnam. Om Tiruchitrambalam. Valvavadu Mayam Yedu Mannavadu Thinnam. Valvavadu Mayam Yedu Mannavadu Thinnam. Palpovathu Piravi Kadal Pasinoi Seida Paridan. Palpovathu Piravi Kadal Pasinoi Seida Paridan. Tazhadaram Seimin Tadan Kannan Malaronum. Kilmel Vura Nindran Thiru Kedaramanire. Kilmel Vura Nindran Thiru Kedaramanire. Navin Misai Arayanodu Tamilஞான Sambandan. Yavar Sivan Adiyargatku Adiyan Aditondan. Devan Tirukedarathai Uran Urai Seida. Pavin Tamil Vallar Para Logathirupare. Pavin Tamil Vallar Para Logathirupare. Om Tiruchitrambalam. This great South Indian saint, Saint Sundaramurti Swamigal, says in the chapter 6 of the Thevaram, life is elusive, that this body will become earth indeed one day. In a simple understanding, as Estelle left this world, you and me, we all also going to leave this earth, while each and every one of us, a allocation of time, a quota of time that given to us to do good and to be good. As much as possible, your best of your ability to do something good to the fellow men. Wipe the tears of the fellow men. Saint Sundaramurti Swamigal says, nothing but service to humanity is service to God. Estelle lived the life of service to humanity is service to God in practical way. That's all. I have seen her love and care when Uncle Sunny was ill. Estelle was there without fail every day. Do all the nursing care for her. Then Tanga, that is Dean's mother. So some of you may not know who is Uncle Sunny and who is Tanga. The two are Estelle's father-in-law and mother-in-law. And likewise that she served the immediate family, she served so many patients that walked through her healing hand, the strength of her hand, she helped to cope with various challenges in their life. She lived an ideal life that is stated in the sacred text. And this sacred verse says, those who are very well versed in chanting the name of God, sure will reach the world high above. And these particular verses say Paralogam or the Shivaloka or in heaven. Through chanting these sacred verses, that we seek the blessings of Lord Shiva upon the noble soul of Estelle to attain moksha and peace. The next person that's going to come up to pay tribute is Wilfred. Can you come forward? Wilfred is the beloved brother of Estelle, traveled all along the way, came here to celebrate the life of Estelle. He's going to make the first tribute. Come up.
Hi, I'm Wilfred. Estelle is Willie and Mabel Schmidt's oldest child. She is my, Lindy, and Millicent's big sister. She's a larger-than-life personality. We were regularly reminded she's our older sister by her. Estelle has always been super close to our dad. Our dad was a girl dad, even before girl dad was a thing. She's the adventurous type, pushing boundaries all the time. I vividly remember when she was in her first year of university, she came home with an extra earring in each ear, 2 earrings per year. My mom was pretty upset about it. That's an understatement. But our dad, in his usual typical style, was like, well, what can you do? We had this family photo session during that visit, and there was Estelle, beaming with her new earrings, forever capturing the drama of the moment. She looked so badass, a real troublemaker. I'm totally proud of her too. She's always had her unique way of expressing herself, unapologetically bold. Estelle is 12 years older than me. She left our family home in Windhoek to attend university in Cape Town when I was about 6 or 7, and she never moved back. There aren't any childhood memories of us living under the same roof, as we spent most of school holidays and university breaks together. Those moments with her have always been incredibly special to me. From an early age, Estelle embraced a unique role in my life. At just 12, she insisted on being my godmother. As I grew up and eventually moved abroad, you might expect our relationship to become distant. Surprisingly, it was quite the opposite. We shared a bond as close and as complex as any siblings who grew up together. We experienced the full spectrum of sibling relationship: love, disagreement, frequent visits, and genuine enjoyment of each other's company. We stayed connected regularly through texts, calls, and photo sharing. I made it a point to have at least one lengthy phone call with her each week, and feeling a sense of unease whenever we missed our regular catch-up. One of the last messages I received from Estelle was her asking for my updated address for a visa application. She was planning on visiting me in the USA. There was no formal request for permission to visit. What will the wife say? It was never needed between us. A message was straightforward. Send me your up-to-date details needed for visa coming in March. I remember sending her my address again and again and again, giving it to her just a month or two prior so she could send me a Springboks jersey to wear during the World Cup. These simple routine exchanges underlined the comfort and familiarity of our relationship. On the flight here, I found myself scrolling through years of text messages from Estelle. Our conversation often revolved around simple joys, like the flowers in our gardens. Each spring, she'd send me pictures of her daffodils in full bloom, constantly reminding me that they were lovingly planted by Carrie and our mother. Her beach visits were another constant in our chats. She'd text me while there or on the way back, sharing glimpses of the ocean, her koi fish at home, the cat, the dog. Estelle loved to show me the dishes she cooked, or the 3D map, the 3D puzzle of Tower Bridge she was working on, and she even gave me plenty of unsolicited diet advice. Sometimes she'd express a restlessness, telling me how she was fed up with Cape Town, was dreaming of escaping to Mauritius. And then there were her more straightforward messages, just checking in with a planet, followed by a barrage of emojis: high five emoji, rainbow emoji, red heart emoji, pink heart emoji, and the one that looks like a shaky heart. These messages filled with the mundane and the extraordinary, painted a vivid picture of her daily life and our bond. There's no clear thread linking all my thoughts together here, but they're all rushing to me on the flight over here. I left Seattle on Friday morning, and it's only been a few hours since I've arrived here. One memory that stands out is Estelle's birthday dinner back in 2015. It was a cozy gathering, just us and some close friends and family. Srini was there, Krishna was there, Pradeep, Indira, and their wonderful kids. I remember Pradeep raising a toast to Estelle, expressing how proud he was to have been her friend for so many years. He joked about being the person who'd known her the longest, second longest, right after me and even longer than Dean. A friendship that lasts nearly 40 years is something extraordinary. I have bad news for Pradeep today. He and I have been bumped by 2 spots. My sisters are here today, so I hope he can make do with a fourth place finish. Estelle had a way of expressing her love through food, a skill she inherited from our grandmother, who was also an incredible cook. Cooking seemed effortless for Estelle, just like it was for our grandmother. Estelle used her culinary talents as a way of saying, I love you, I missed you, I'm sorry, or welcome to my home. I remember William mentioning to me yesterday, and I say yesterday, I'm jet lagged, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, that the last time he talked to his mom, she was so thrilled about his upcoming visit that she was already asking him what he'd like to eat and was planning the menu. When I visited, I was greeted with a veritable feast. While Dean would get me my favorite Nando's, Estelle would prepare a hearty curry, oven-baked breaded chicken, boerewors, and starter braai. It was a grand celebration for just one person. When Estelle and William came to visit me in Seattle a few years ago, their visits didn't overlap. She arrived first, but left a couple of weeks before he got there. In true Estelle fashion, she cooked up his favorite dishes, froze them, and left detailed reheating instructions. I must confess that I'd eaten everything by the time William arrived. And I'm not sorry. Not sorry about it. On her birthday, Estelle sent me this text. My friends brought me abalone and periwinkles. Smiling emoji, sideways smiling emoji, high five emoji. Messages were filled with the usual mix of quirky humor and warmth conveyed through the string of emojis. Her excitement from the gift, the excitement about the gift from her friends was palpable, even through text. Estelle's greatest loves were Dean, William, and Karen. It's no secret that her family was her world. Estelle wore her heart on her sleeve when it came to them. I'll never forget meeting Dean at Estelle's place. She'd really filled me in about him, especially the part about him being a lifeguard. She piqued my interest. But what really clinched the deal for me was when he arrived in a silver grey Toyota Sprinter, complete with mag rims and tinted windows. At that moment, he became the coolest person I knew. Back then, my English was hit or miss. It's about 50-50, and his Afrikaans was non-existent. But despite the language barrier, I just wanted to hang out with him all the time. He made my sister happy. Here's a little insider tip. The true way to Estelle's heart was through her children. If you ever meet her again in the next life and want to win her over, the key is to show love and care for her kids. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilfred, for the tribute that you made us all to understand with his aspects of history. And the information that you said touched all of our hearts. Estelle, before she passed on, she left some clear instructions to Dean. And she said, for my funeral, make sure that Guru Krishna officiate the funeral along with a Catholic priest, because she was born as a Catholic and she is to attend the congregation closer to her home in Constantia. But with God's richest blessing, we have found a wonderful representative from the Catholic Church and very closer to where I am staying, and also from India. He is Father Nish. At outset, I want to say to Father Nish, thank you so much for coming along and be part of this prayer and the blessing. Please come forward.
Thank you, Guru Krishna. At the very outset, I would like to extend my heartfelt sympathies and convey my condolences to the family of Estelle Naidoo. We shall close our eyes for a moment and we pay our last respect to her. Thank you. My dear brothers and sisters, parting is never an easy occasion, to send someone. Now I remember when I came from India in 2017 to South Africa, my mother wasn't pleased me to come to South Africa. But my nature of my work, being a Catholic priest, I can't be, stuck to one place. I have to go where I am sent. But of course, that was just a physical parting, that I came to South Africa. My mom still knows that I would come for holidays, at least once a year or once in a 2 years' time. But this parting that we are having at this moment, the parting of Estelle, is unconsolable. It can never fill the vacuum that has been created. But let me now begin with little bit of with the lighter moment, because it is said, if the seed does not die, it will never produce fruits in 100-fold. And if it dies, it will give you fruit in 100-folds. If we as a human person do not experience death, we can never attain what Christians say heaven, what Hindus speak moksha, what Buddhism speaks nirvana, or what our Muslim brothers and sisters speak of Jannat. So one has to die in order to attain one of these in their lives. So let me begin with a lighter moment, with a joke, just to bring smile on our face. A little Johnny, a 5-year-old boy, was getting ready to go to school, and the angel of the death, who is the angel of the death? The angel who comes to take us up above there. He came and told Johnny, see, I have 10 people to take this morning, during this day, and your number is number 1. So, will you get ready? And the Johnny said, but why me? I am just 5-year-old boy. Whereas you gave Estelle 61 years age of life. Why me at the age of 5? And the angel of the death said, nothing doing. I have been sent to take you. So get ready. So this little Johnny said, I'm sorry if someone's name is Johnny or John here. So the little Johnny said, okay, I'm ready to come with you, but shall we eat for the last time and then we go? So the angel of the death said, okay, that would be a nice idea because I am also tired by traveling, so prepare something. So he prepared a nice food. Angel of the death ate food and he felt asleep. While he was sleeping, this little Johnny took the paper from the angel of the death, removed his name which was number 1 and put it at the end number 10 so that at least he will get the whole day to spend. But when the angel of the death got up, he said, Johnny, you have been such a wonderful kid. You have been such a wonderful child. Let me do one favor with you. I will do these things. Let me upside down the list. Take the 10th one first and the first last. My dear brothers and sisters, that is what the life is all about. One of the famous French philosopher, Immanuel Kant, says, every newborn child is old enough to die. Every newborn child is old enough to die. We thank and praise the Lord this afternoon for 61 years of life that was given to our sister Estelle Naidoo. The disciples of one guru were discussing about a fundamental question. Can I come little that side? I don't like to get stuck to one place, So they were discussing on a very important issue of life. And the question was, is there a life after death? And I'm sure many of us present here usually reflect on this question. Is there life after death? What will happen to me once I die? And these disciples were not able to come to the conclusion whether there is life or whether there is no life after death. And therefore they went back to the Guru and said, Guru, we have been discussing on this fundamental question, whether is there life after death or is there no life after death. But we are not able to find a proper answer. Will you please help us? And the Guru said, at the very outset, your question of reflection and meditation itself is wrong. Your question of meditation and reflection is wrong. You should never reflect on whether is there life after death or not, because that is the gratuitous gift of God to each one of us. On the basis of the way we live our life. And then he said, rather, now go into the groups and discuss whether is there life before death. Does that make any sense? Is there life before death? And I think so, Wilfred, when he was giving the tribute to his own dear sister, he did speak that there is surely a life before death. And my dear brothers and sisters, in the world today that is so sophisticated, that is so advanced medically and in all the spheres of life that we can think of. All of us sitting here, including myself, we are busy in adding years to the life. We all of us are busy adding years to the life. All of us want to live more than 100 years of life. Now tell me, you know Michael Jackson. He wanted to live 150 years of life. And to live that life, he had made every possible things ready. He had the team of organ donors. If anything happens, if any of his organ fails, there were people ready to give him the donation of the organs. He had a very special bed on which the oxygen could be supplied to him in plenty, so that he always inhaled the most pure form of oxygen. He had the team of the chefs in his kitchen to check everything that was prepared for him to eat. Such an utmost care this man took in order to add years to the gift of life God had given him. And what a tragedy, my dear brothers and sisters. He died at the age of 50 or 51. So where are we, my dear brothers and sisters, today? Are we still busy adding years to the life or life to the years? And therefore we have a beautiful saying. It is not important to know how many years of life you live. How many years of life you live, but how you live those years of life. And I think so beautifully when we heard what Wilfred said, Estelle, even though she lived 61 years of her life, she learned to add life to the years that God had given her. Matthew, all those who are from the Catholic Christian background, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 15, 25, Jesus says, "Whatsoever you do to the least of these my brothers and sisters, you do it to me." And when we do something to our own brothers and sisters, be it the husband, be it our children, our own brothers and sisters of the family, or the society in which we live, when we go out of our way, we start adding life to the years that God has given to us. And our sister Estelle had that exceptional ability of going out of her way to help each and every person. And therefore, Mother Teresa so beautifully says, none of us in this world are able to do extraordinary things, but we all of us are able to do ordinary things in an extraordinary way. And I think so when we learn to do ordinary things of life in an extraordinary way and love for one another, we add merits to our life. We add life to the years the Lord has given. Then it does not matter, my dear brothers and sisters, whether you live 5 years, whether you live 10 years, or you live 100 years. You have learned to add life to the gift of life that God gave. And once you and me learn to add that life, our eternal reward, our eternal life, heaven, moksha, Nirvana or Jannat is assured. And that is the wonderful legacy, my brothers and sisters, that our sister Estelle Naidoo leaves to each and every one of us. She doesn't leave to you and me the inheritance that was possessed in the form of bank balances, in the form of the properties and all other things, but what she leaves, the legacy of her life, the legacy in the form of the imitation of life and the imitation of values and the imitation of God of her life that she followed. That is the wonderful legacy she keeps open on this coffin to you and me to imitate, to emulate, to follow, so that we can learn to add wonderful life to the God-given years of life. And that is what the game of life and death all about, my dear brothers and sisters. So let us not be worried, let us not be busy in adding years. No, my brothers and sisters. We have experienced enough that so many died unexpected deaths in COVID time. So many people left us even without giving us any warning. But they are today, hopefully, in the hands of God. For some, where in their life they had learned to add life to the years. So, my brothers and sisters, learn today and all the days of your life now to add life to the wonderful gift of life that God has given. Estelle is an example, and she gives the book of life, the legacy of our life to each one of us. I pray today that may she rest in perfect peace with God, and may her legacy be continued in the way you and me desire and expect and dream to live life. Thank you, and God bless.
Before I'm going to call upon the next speaker, Dean's family or Sai family. They follow the teachings of Sai, and I would like to offer a special song today from the Sai family. Om. We are blessed, we are blessed, we are blessed. Sai Baba is watching over us. We are blessed, we are blessed, we are blessed. Sai Baba is watching over us. We are here to sing your sweet name. We are here to sing your sweet name. Let the light of your glory shine on us. Let us the light of your glory shine on us. We are blessed, we are blessed, we are blessed. Sai Baba is watching over us. We are blessed, we are blessed, we are blessed. Sai Baba is watching over us. No more tears, no more sorrow, no more pain. Banish the darkness with your love. We are born in the golden age of sight. We are blessed, we are blessed, we are blessed. We are blessed, we are blessed, we are blessed. Sai Baba is watching over us. Sri Sai Nath Maharaj ki jai. The next speaker for this memorial service is Mr. William Naidoo.
I'm sure if I were to ask anyone here to describe me to someone, somewhere in that description would be the phrase, mommy's boy. And that would be exactly right. I'm 100% a mommy's boy. But now that my mom is no longer here, I feel lost. I feel as if a part of my identity is missing. As I was trying to decide on what to say today, I eventually ended up with two versions of a eulogy. The first version was what I actually started reading out to you just now. But now that I'm standing here, I think the second, more atypical version is the one that I want to share. It wouldn't be fitting to speak about my mother if I didn't talk about how strong-willed she was, often very unfiltered. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm probably the person that bore the least of my mother's bite. To many, myself included, it seemed as if I could do no wrong in her eyes. And perhaps to some extent that was true, but I was far from the perfect child, and yet, for some reason, I find myself trying to rack my brain as to when it was that I last got a good telling off. The only explanation I can come to is that despite this being something so synonymous with who she was at times, I find myself lucky to be one of the people that truly knew and understood her. You see, my mom was a mother in the most holistic sense of the word. She was a fierce protector. She loved unconditionally. She always put the needs of her loved ones before her own. She was fair, and she was unquestionably forgiving. And this just didn't apply to her children, but to her entire family as well, and to those that for all intents and purposes she deemed as family too. Now, I'm not here to speak about the right and wrong type of mothering style, nor am I anywhere near qualified to, but I can confidently say that her way was not wrong. And unfortunately for those that didn't necessarily agree all the time, it sometimes caused rifts in those relationships. But you see, there was never any malice or harmful intent in anything that my mom did. I cannot stress this enough. None whatsoever. Everything she did came from a place of love and warmth. Love and warmth. And for those that didn't really realize this, it manifested in you choosing to alienate yourself from her. And this really took a toll on her. She may have personified strength, but for most of the time she was gentle and meek. And for the longest time, I felt a lot of anger and sadness that the people she loved so much weren't there to help her when she was at her weakest. But I want you to know that I forgive you. And I know that my mom forgives you too. And I think that my mom would have wanted me to tell you this. My mom forgave without question or hesitation so that she could get back to doing what she did best, loving those around her the only way a mother could. Mom, I love you so much. I miss you so much, it hurts. I'm so proud to be your son, and I'm thankful to have had you as my mom. Thank you for making me the man that I am today, and I take comfort in the fact that I know we will see each other again someday.
Now, Dean and Kay want to say a few words. I would like to call on Dean. Can we to come together?
Hi, Estelle. You always joked that I'm terrible at speaking in public and got embarrassed. Now today is my chance. Joking aside, I think it would be your wish that I kept it short. So I just want to say thank you for choosing me as your partner in this life. As I look back on the past 35 years, and what we have achieved together. I'm truly grateful for your unwavering strength, support, dedication, and devotion that you have given to us. Your motherly nature was second to none. Our kids could not have asked for a better mother, and I could not have asked for a better partner. Thank you. Rest well, my darling. I will always love you. I just want to thank Professor Pradeep Navsaria, for being with us during these trying times. Estelle's best friend. Thank you.
When I think about my mom, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for the way she filled my life with unconditional love, unwavering support, and endless encouragement. She was my biggest supporter and number one fan, present at every single sports match, tournament, and piano recital, cheering me on, often a bit too loudly. I can't talk about my mom without talking about how much she loved being around people and having a loud, full house of friends and family. I always enjoyed bringing my friends over, knowing that my mom would be there, showing her love through unlimited supplies of food and snacks, and making our house a home where everyone loved to be. My mom appeared formidable, but was truly gentle and kind. She didn't stick to the rules. She knew who she was, and was always herself, no matter what. My mom always told me, and everyone she knew, how proud she is of me, and how much she loved us. Today I want to say, Mom, I'm so proud to be your daughter. I hope that I can be more like you, and I love you so, so much.
The next speaker is Cassandra Sito. Can you come forward to say a few words?
Good afternoon, Guru, Father Nish, dear Dean, William, Carrie, Kirsty, Wilfred, Lindy, Millicent, family and friends. As we gather to pray for Estelle today, for her soul, as it journeys on, and to celebrate her life, I'd also like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to our dear friend, many of us who first met Estelle at the Clouds, and a friendship that was strengthened deeply over the years. In the last 2 years, Estelle and I shared a host of activities, from heart-to-heart breakfasts, chats, teas, cleaning, cooking, exercising together with Monica, having massages with Flossie, facials with Carmen, dancing to music played by Alexa, visiting pool clubs, and also watching Estelle paint, and the long telephonic chats around our children, spouses, homes, meals, health, planned holidays, there were many, and so on. And I think today we each recall some part of our lives which was touched and blessed by an amazing soul, Estelle, in a very special way, and for that we acknowledge her. She shared her time, her talents, and her treasures. Our dearest friend, Estelle, also known as Stella, Madame Naidoo, the Queen of Constantia, an amazing woman you are, dear sister. And I'm so glad that I got to share the following acknowledgements with Estelle on her birthday last year. One of our priests once described love as an outpouring of oneself for the betterment of the other. And love is what Estelle exuded in so many ways. As a mother, we've heard and we saw that she gave unconditionally to her babies, William, Carrie, and then Kirsty, the pride and joy of her life, whom she would speak of with a twinkle in her eye and such joy in her voice. You'd almost know when the kids were due to arrive just by listening to Estelle. And as Wilfred said, meals were being prepared. Meat, meat, and meat, William, she would often say. And Estelle always found the opportunity. She'd say, I want to visit my babies, but I think it's too cold. Estelle was also a mother to children of friends and family whose best interest she had at heart. As a sister, I know she loved dearly, and as Wilfred shared, she was planning a trip to him and his family. As a wife, Estelle was committed. She loved and supported Dean dearly, and with him, she created many a warm, loving home where her family grew in leaps and bounds, and where many were welcomed openly. Estelle even learnt to watch and bet on the horses at the Met and the July with Dean. You know, we often say people will judge you by the way you take care of your pets, and Estelle had a profound love for her pets, her fur babies and her water babies. It was an eye-opener about her soul. She opened her heart and home to so many friends, families, strangers, and staff. Yvonne, Reddy, and Marianne she took care of as valued members of the family. As a loyal friend, Estelle would encourage, she would reassure, and she shared a heart of gold, giving of herself and time, wanting again nothing but the best for you. She was also resilient in her challenges. Most certainly, she did not wait for the storm to pass. She learned to dance in the rain. Her strength and tenacity gave hope to others to rise to their challenges. Our friend was a smart healthcare professional. Her expertise and clinical skill allowed her to take on responsible posts and ensure best care for those under her as head sister of the transplant unit at Crematorium. And again, through her work environment, many friendships grew. I saw the determination in Estelle in the last year to strengthen herself physically in her weekly exercise routine with Monica. Well, Estelle was also a great connoisseur of different cuisines and drinks, perlemoen, gin, all types of seafood, fish types. She was so familiar with all the different fish types, which she said she learned from her dad. And then we know how outspoken Estelle was. No fear, no favor. Estelle said it as it was, but with good intention. A risk taker on some occasions. I recall her sharing her experience of quad biking in Greece and the fall she had around a circle. She claimed her adventurous spirit was influenced by William and his many escapades. A love for comfort is something that Estelle enjoyed. Birkensteins and the shorty shorts, the couch, blankies, and lying on the beach. And if you raised an eyebrow, it was tough. A love for God and an appreciation for God's creation she showed in many ways. The peaceful garden of plants, veggies, flowers, fruits, and herbs Estelle thoroughly enjoyed, and she shared the harvests with many. We heard and we know Estelle loved the beach. Mauritius was one of her favorite places, and her time in lockdown in Mauritius drew her closer to nature. I'm also reminded of Estelle's visit to the tranquil setting of Schoenstatt, the chapel and the gardens, where she would take many friends to visit, and in a way helping us to be closer to God. Estelle was also very mindful of looking after God's creation, the earth. Recyclables had to be placed in a special bin, the use of natural products, and feeding the earth with healthy remains was Estelle's way of mitigating the climate change, greatly influenced by Carrie. As an artist, Estelle displayed her expression of life through her interesting paintings. It was her time of reflection and meditation, painting in the lounge or out in the garden. And a love for music she did enjoy and dance. I recall Maria Makiba's Pata Pata, whom we often danced to, and Alexa would oblige to the many requests for different songs. And so, my dear friend, our friend to many, our sister, you have fought the good fight. You have finished the race on Ash Wednesday, on Valentine's Day, a day of love, also the start of the Lenten journey. And now the greater miracle awaits you, life eternal, as you return home to God. Thank you, dear friend, for the generosity of your time and your love. May God bless your soul, and may your light continue to shine through the memories you created for all of us.
Thank you. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Narsaria Pradeep to pay a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, namaste, vanakkam. Dear family and friends, on behalf of the Naidoo family, Dean, Carrie, William and Kirsty, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to all of you here today to honor the memory of our beloved Estelle. Your presence means a lot to the Naidoo family. First of all, I would like to thank God for giving us the gift of Estelle's life, and for taking her into his loving arms. We are comforted by the hope that Estelle now is in a better place. Secondly, I would like to thank Sri Guru Krishna and Father Nilesh for leading us in this beautiful and meaningful service. Thank you for your words of comfort and encouragement, and for reminding us of Estelle's faith and legacy. Thirdly, I would like to thank all of those sharing with us wonderful memories and stories of Estelle. Thank you for capturing the essence of Estelle's personality and character and making us laugh and cry with your heartfelt tributes. Fourthly, I would like to thank Brandon Moodley and his staff of Pinetown Funeral Services for their professionalism and compassion in managing all the arrangements for this service. Thank you for your attention to detail and making this challenging time easier for us. A special thank you to Estelle's siblings and family who have traveled from far and wide to be here today. Wilfred and Millicent from the USA and Australia, respectively. A very special thank you to Morgan and Padma Moodley. Morgie, without you on Wednesday evening when Estelle passed, myself, Srini and Dean would have been totally lost. We had no idea what to do when we found Estelle on the couch asleep. Thank you for all the arrangements. Thank you also for your guidance and daily sustenance, what we've now called Padma and Morgie's Hot Meals on Wheels. Finally, I'd like to thank all of you again for your love and support during this time of grief. Thank you for your prayers, condolences, cards, flowers, donations, and other expressions of sympathy. Thank you for being part of Estelle's life and honoring her memory today. May Estelle's memory live on in all of us, and may we find comfort in the love and support of one another. May God bless you all. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you. Guru has just asked me to invite everybody for supper at early supper at
Dean's place.
what time?
As soon as
What, we're going to get there late. Okay, I think group, can the rest of the congregation, when we finish here, go to Dean's place?
exactly.
There's late lunch, early supper there. The rest of us will join you after that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So before we do the concluding prayer, may I take this opportunity on behalf of, because members of various organizations and communities are sitting over here, may I take this opportunity on behalf of all the representatives of various organizations and institutions to pay tribute to the soul of Estelle. Our sincere condolences to Dean, Carrie, and to William, and to all the extended families. May the noble soul rest at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva and attain Shanti. We would like to now kindly request all of you for our concluding prayer, which is Mukti Nedi Ariyada and Kalapriya. May I kindly request all of you, those who have the special roses, to come and stand around when we do the concluding prayer. All the extended families, please collect the rose, come and stand around. Also, sometimes you may be attended funerals here. Some of the systems in the crematorium is not in operation due to upgrade and renovations. So once we conclude the prayer, the body will leave through the center aisle to go back to the car to drive to the back of the crematorium for the last rites. So all of you stand for a moment. As soon as when the body leaves, you all can take leave to Dean's home. Right, so some of you may not be known the address, number 7, Bruce Street, Constantia. So just punch that on your GPS and that will take you to this one. Okay. Can I have one? Om Tirchitrambalam Mukti Nedi Ariyada Murkala Moyalvene Mukti Nedi Ariyada Murkala Moyalvene Patti Nedi Arivitu Palavinaigal Paruvanam Sitamalam Arivitu Sivamaki என்னை ஆண்ட அத்தனேன கருளியவாறு ஆர்வெருவாரச்சோவே நெறியெல்லாம் நெறி தன்னை நெறியாக நினைவேனே சிறுநெறிகள் சேராமே திருவருளே சேரும் வண்ணம் குறியொன்றும் இல்லாத கூத்தந்த கூத்தை எனக்கு அறியும் வண்ணம் அருளியவாறு ஆர்வெருவாரச்சோவே செம்மை நலம் அறியாத சிதறோடும் திரிவேனே மும்மை மலம் அறிவித்து முதலாய முதல்வன் தாள் நம்மையும் ஓர் பொருளாக்கி நாய் சிவிகை ஏற்றுவித்த அம்மையன கருளியவாறு ஆர்வெருவாரச்சோவே அம்மையன கருளியவாறு ஆர்வெருவாரச்சோவே ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் கல்லாப்பிழையும் கருதாப்பிழையும் கசிந்துருகி நெல்லாப்பிழையும் நினையாப்பிழையும் நினைந்தெழுத்தை சொல்லாப்பிழையும் துதியாப்பிழையும் தொழாப்பிழையும் எல்லா பிழையும் பொறுத்தருள்வாய் கட்சியே கம்பனே. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அருள்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருள்பெரும் ஜோதி. வாழ்க அந்தன வாழ்வரானினோ வாழ்க அந்தன வாழ்வரானினும் வேள்க தன் புனல் வேந்தனும் ஓங்குக ஆழ்க தீயதெல்லாம் அரணாமே சோழ்க வையகமோ துயர் தீர்கவே சோழ்க வையகமோ துயர் தீர்கவே. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. இன்பமே சூழ்க, எல்லோரும் இன்புற்று வாழ்க. ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தி. நம பார்வதி பதையே ஹர மகாதேவா. நம பார்வதி பதையே ஹர மகாதேவா. நம பார்வதி பதையே ஹர மகாதேவா. Thank you. God bless. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. You all walk in the front. You are going to carry or you are going to walk? The head must go out here now.
Om Namah Shivaya.
ingin ke Pak Guru? Ay, padalahan. Hoy hasta hoy na mo observa. Pat.
You don't need to phone the spots. Okay. Can stop.
हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।